Welcome back to Theresa.is.Dead. My name is Theresa and I'm very much alive. And if you're new here, welcome. I have an awful garbage mouth and I tend to use fuck as a comma. If you're not okay with that or any kind of weird shit in general, then this is probably not the place for you. Feel free to X out the video here. No harm, no foul. But I'll remember our time fondly. If you want to just jump straight to the swatches and the review and all that good shit, I will leave a time code down below. Feel free to jump ahead. I think in today's video, we're going to talk about the time that I stayed over my brother and sister-in-law's house. About a couple of years ago, Alex and I were staying over our brother and sister-in-law's house, and they live in Suffolk County. Now, when we go out to Long Island, being that his family's house is quite far from where we live, we tend to stay over at his mom's house, you know, for the night or so, because it just doesn't make sense to kind of go back and forth. Now, for whatever reason, we weren't staying with his mom. I think it was around, it was around Thanksgiving, and I think there was like additional family members that were over and they were staying with Alex's mom. So we decided to stay with his older brother and his wife. So my brother and sister-in-law live about maybe 4 minutes away from Alex's mom's house. So that night, my brother-in-law is actually a police officer and he works the night shift. I remember that evening he went to work and it was just, you know, me, Alex, and our sister-in-law. Sister-in-law, I believe, was she pregnant at the time? I don't remember if she was pregnant or maybe she just had the baby. I can't really remember, but I remember she went to bed early. Now me and Alex, we're not like night owls by any means, so we also go to bed like usually at 9 o'clock because we're fucking grandpas. But this night though, I remember specifically we had to go to bed a little bit extra early because Alex actually had to get up and go to work very early the next day. So we were the last ones to go to bed, so we made sure everything was shut down in the house before we went into the guest bedroom to go to sleep. Everything was shut off, like the light, the TV, everything was off. So me and Alex are going into the spare bedroom and we go to sleep and it was fine. In the middle of the night, I kind of was like tossing and turning and I woke up and I noticed there was underneath the door, blue light was like shooting in. And I was like, that's kind of weird. My phone is actually next to me. I checked my phone and it had to be maybe about like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So I kind of look at Alex and I kind of poke him like, hey, there's blue light coming underneath the door. And Alex is like, I'm like, all right, fine. So I get up and I open the door. So as soon as you walk out of the room, there's the bathroom. And then the left, there's a small hallway. And the hallway kind of opens up into another room where they have 2 couches and a TV, right? And like a TV stand. So I noticed that the TV was on. So I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe my sister-in-law's up. Or maybe my brother-in-law came home early. I don't know. So I walk out there expecting to see somebody on the couch. And there was nobody out there. So I was like, that's weird. Now, how the room opens up is that there's no real door. So there's like another opening and it brings you into the kitchen and like a bigger living space where there's like another TV and another set of couches. So I look in there, completely pitch black. All the hairs just stood on the back of my neck because I was like, oh, fuck me, no. And I remember like looking around and I called out my sister-in-law's name. Nothing. Called out my brother-in-law's name. Nothing. And I'm like, oh no. So I'm like walking around and now I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to be out here. Let me just try to find the remote and turn the TV off. Prior to us going to bed, nobody at all was in that room watching TV. But I do remember that the remote control was like right there on the TV stand. So when I went to go look for the TV remote, I couldn't find it. And I'm like, where the fuck is it? So I'm kind of like just looking all over and now I'm kind of getting frantic because I don't understand why the fuck this TV is on. Where is this goddamn remote? Something just told me to get on the floor and I look and there's the remote all the way dead center underneath, underneath the couch. And I'm like, oh god, no. Literally just grabbed the remote, shut the TV off and like fucking ran back into the room, slammed the door shut, got under the covers and was like, and I tend to do that voice when I'm really scared about something. So I'm like, Alex! And Alex is like, oh, what? The TV was on and there's blue light and I don't know where the remote is and I found it underneath the thing. And he was like, the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, just go to bed. I'm like, rest of the night, couldn't sleep. I was terrified. I just stared at the doorway and it was completely pitch black, waiting and expecting for blue light to pop back on. Lo and behold, it didn't. Alex went to work, whatever. And I remember getting up in like maybe like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. Alex had already left for work. Got out of the room and I sat in the kitchen area and I looked like as if I saw a ghost. And I remember his brother-in-law coming home from after working his shift and he was like, why are you being a creep? And I'm like sitting in the kitchen like that and I'm like, but you see, the TV was on last night and the TV remote was underneath the couch. I don't really understand how that happened. He was like, yeah, shit like that happens here. He's like, I just don't think about it. And then he just like walked away. And I'm like, So we've never stayed over their house since then because yeah, I got my own ghosts. I don't need additional ghosts. But it was kind of funny though because they were telling us like times where Xbox would turn on and the discs would eject. Things would turn on or turn off. So it's like kind of like weird shit like that has always happened to them. And for me, I find it incredibly interesting. However, again, I got my own ghosts here. I don't need additional ghosts. But anyway, so yeah. So with that said, have you ever stayed over someone's house and had the shit scared out of you? On today's video, we're here to talk about Kylie Jenner's Halloween collection. But before we get into that, I do want to say that this review is only about the makeup and nothing else. Not talking about her as a person, her family, bloopity blop blop, whatever. I personally don't give a shit. I don't care. I am not subscribed to any of the Kardashians or their shit. I don't know anything that goes on. I know they just literally, they own E. That's pretty much all I know. They've been on a show for like the past 97 years. And Kylie has a makeup line. Kim has a makeup line. Kim's married to Kanye West. Rob Kardashian, he's a thing, right? I feel like the only thing I really know about the Kardashians, and it's just like a really weird thing, is that I remember on Twitter at one point, I think Rob Kardashian released pictures of Blac Chyna's vagina, and then that was everywhere. Yep, so that's really all I know about the Kardashians. But anyway, like I said before, this all that shit has nothing to do with this makeup line. I purely purchased this only because it was a Halloween collection. Had it not been a Halloween collection, I wouldn't have picked this up. This is the second thing I actually own from KYLIE Cosmetics, the first one being a bunch of her singles when they were first released a couple of months ago, and the quality's okay. It's not revolutionary, not groundbreaking, there's nothing really fantastic about them. They're just okay, and I think that's why I never really purchased anything else from KYLIE Cosmetics. However, when Trend Mood posted this fucking shit, I was like, fuck bitch, I gotta have it. With that said, I placed an order as fast as humanly possible with my fat little hands, and this arrived the other day. So I've been playing around with it for the past couple of days. Now let me tell you a little bit about the product. The KYLIE Cosmetics Halloween Collection Pressed Powder Palette is your secret weapon to create the perfect Kylie look. Each Halloween palette comes with 9 pressed shadows that can be used together to recreate Kylie's favorite looks or customize your own. Alright, whatever. And I also got 1 lipstick in the shade Creep It Real, which was the only one that really interested me. So basically I paid $59 for 1 lipstick and an eyeshadow palette, this being $42 and then this being $17. What you also get in this collection are these adorable 3D glasses that are completely pointless. I'm not gonna lie, the cool thing about this packaging that it is 3D and the glasses, obviously, you could see the 3D, but did I really need the glasses? Probably not. Am I happy to have them? Abso-fucking-lutely. So this is my favorite thing from KYLIE Cosmetics. No, I'm kidding. The palette retails for $42. You get it in this adorable mummy packaging, which I love, and I do not want to destroy it. That's why I'm treating it with the utmost care. And I love the inside of it. Beautiful royal purple with all these adorable skulls in it. So this packaging is fucking me. This was made for me, and I love it. Oh. Okay, well, I'm glad I got that on camera. All right. So we had an unfortunate accident and all right, before I get into like really getting fucking mad, you get 1 duochrome shade, 3 matte shades, and the remainder of the shades either have like a metallic, a satin, or a pearl finish. When I first got this palette, I noticed that some of the actual pans were moving around. So when I swatched it, for example, like the whole eyeshadow literally was moving with my finger. I never had that happen to me before. Never. So I thought, packaging is a little fucking chintzy. For $42, you would think that they would really press these eyeshadows into this palette so they wouldn't escape. I have dropped a bunch of shit in my time. I've never actually had eyeshadows other than the one from Lunatic Cosmetics fall out the way that these did. This shade, this shade, this shade, this shade, this shade just popped out. This shade actually popped out of the little silver round, so this was the only thing that I was able to save. This portion that is missing is currently on my carpet. Now, I'm gonna leave it down for the remainder of the video before I go insane. The packaging really sucks on this, Because before that little mishap, these little guys were swirling in the pan. Meaning, when I was doing swatches, these fucking eyeshadows were moving with my finger, which is really unsettling. With that said, I hate the fucking packaging. I almost wish that the outer carton looked exactly like the palette, because then I think then it would have been a fucking home run. And for $42, that's what it should have looked like. So with that said, rest in peace, Fallen Eyeshadow. I'm gonna pour out some liquor for you. I like this eyeshadow. I actually like this palette. Like it more than I thought I would. I had no issue with it. I had no issue with the mattes, the shimmers, the metallics. I like that certain metallic shades looked wonderful wet or dry and actually looked exactly the same, which is really great. This shade, the shade that fell apart, that one I needed a little bit of setting spray to kind of enhance it, but once it was on there, it looked perfect. And that's why I think I'm so pissed that it fucking broke, because I really like that shade a lot. While I had no problem with pigmentation or blending out or any of that good stuff, it did have a lot of fallout. It had a lot of kick up in the pan, like a lot. Also, the other thing I noticed too, in this palette, you have a lovely duochrome shade. And I was thinking to myself, why does it look so familiar? So I'm gonna do a couple of swatches for you. And as you can see, this thing, fucking turntable. God damn it. This is the KYLIE Cosmetics swatch, ColourPop Moonwalk, and Natasha Denona Lime Chrome. So this one's KYLIE, this one's ColourPop, and this one's Natasha Denona. This one's maybe a hair on the lime side, but these two, they look pretty much almost identical. So if you were looking at getting that shade, save yourself the drama, just go get Moonwalk from ColourPop. It's essentially the same thing. And if I'm not mistaken, KYLIE Cosmetics and ColourPop come from the same lab. If I'm not mistaken, of course. So really the only negatives I have to say about this is that the packaging is meh, could be better, and it definitely could be designed better, and I don't know, stay in the fucking palette, and there's a lot of kick up and fallout, but honestly, I could really give two shits. The other thing that I'm not a fan of is the fact that this palette retails for a whopping $42. To me, $42 is on the steeper side, especially for 9 eyeshadows that fall on your fucking floor. So I would recommend that this kind of be at a cool 32 to 35. To me, that actually makes sense. I love the palette though, I think it's really pretty. I'm bummed out that it broke on my fucking floor, but it is what it is at this point. Half my fault, half their fault. I'm actually happy that I purchased this because I really thought I was going to hate it. I think it's a very beautiful palette, especially for someone like me that loves Halloween so much. This totally makes sense. I adore it and I cannot wait to play with it more, especially this orange shade. This orange shade is everything in this palette. I have never had an orange like that in my life. That's a good orange. If anyone was looking for a hashtag quest for orange, bitch, it's right here. The other thing I purchased in this collection was the lipstick, which came in this adorable packaging. I like that. It has like a little 3D packaging and it has her lips with little vampire teeth. Really cute. The only thing it's missing are the skulls, which I kind of wish the inside of this packaging would mirror this packaging, but whatever. We all can't be perfect. I got it in the shade Creep It Real. Beautiful nude color. I love this lipstick. I think it's comfortable. It's super pretty. This is me to a T. I love a good nude lipstick. Basically, this guy dries down matte, but it doesn't dry out your lips. It is really comfortable. I haven't had this on for too long, so I can't say that it is going to be wearing for a very long time. For the amount that I've had to start and stop this video because I've been cursing up a fucking storm, I think it's working pretty well. I haven't really touched it up at all. So with that said, I love this lipstick and I would be more than happy to purchase future lipsticks from this brand. I'm very happy that I purchased these two objects. Super fucking happy. Not happy that it's on my floor, but again, I will shut the fuck up about it. So if you are interested in getting this collection, I definitely think that the eyeshadow palette is still available on the website. However, if you are interested in this lipstick, I'm afraid to tell you that it is currently sold out, but hopefully it will be back up soon so you can purchase it if you are interested in it, of course. I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought I was really gonna hate this collection, but I'm actually falling in love with KYLIE Cosmetics. Dare I say it? Actually, I'm not going to go out that far because I've had a good experience with this, but the single eyeshadows still are not that great. Okay, whatever. So far, she's impressing me just a little bit. But next time, KYLIE, though, when you're coming out with a Halloween palette, bitch, make this the fucking palette. Make this look like the palette. And make sure that the eyeshadow pans stay put. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button. It's free. And hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'll see you little spooky pumpkins later. Bye.